Hi friends, in this video I have covered heads of international organization who are the president, chairman or whatever names of the international organizations. And you'd be knowing they ask questions related to heads of organizations in various competitive exams. And in this video I have covered almost all the top international organizations with the name of their heads, and I will also tell you the memory trick to remember the names of these heads of the international organizations. So let's start.
World Economic Forum, and executive chairman of World Economic Forum is, do you know? And the answer is Professor Klaus Schwab. And where is the headquarters of World Economic Forum? It's in Cologny-Geneva, Switzerland. Friends, when we are reading such kind of names, we shall utilize some memory trick to remember these names, because whenever these names appear in objective questions, and if you have used some kind of memory trick, you will be very easily able to recall them, because before the exam we read so many things, but when we go to the exam we forget many of the things. We feel that whether the Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum, or any other option is the head of the World Economic Forum. So in that case you have to use some kind of memory trick when you are preparing for the exam. Say for in this particular case, you can use this kind of memory trick, like generally when something is related to economics, you'll find that there will be certain kind of clause that it will be like this and it will be like this. There will be certain kind of conditions or certain kind of limitations which they will be giving. So with this you will be able to remember this. Our memory has some limitations, and if you associate it with something, you will never forget such things. So for World Economic Forum, say you can remember it that we have some clauses in economics, and so Klaus Schwab is the World Economic Forum executive chairman, and its headquarter in is in Colony, Geneva, Switzerland. Colony is a small town near Geneva, so either if it Geneva is given, you can write Geneva, and if Colony is given, then you should write Colony. So now I don't think you will forget ever till your exam that whether Klaus Schwab is the World Economic Forum or not. Definitely, when Klaus Schwab will be there, you will recall it, economic and clauses and Klaus Schwab and colony also. Now let's see the next question. Then comes World Bank Group, and the president of World Bank Group, most of you would be knowing it, because if you are preparing for the exams, you would definitely be knowing the head or president of World Bank Group, and the answer is Davis Malpass, and the headquarters is Washington. So this for this particular case, the memory trick which you can use is that whenever you would be knowing that world, any country, when it is in need of money, it goes to the World Bank. And why they go to the World Bank? Because it gives money at very concessional interest rate and for a longer tenure. And those who would be knowing Hindi, they know that mal means money. तो एवरीबडी गोज देयर कि भैया माल पास करो, हमें माल पास कर दो, बस वर्ल्ड बैंक वाले माल पास करो। तो इन्होंने क्या कर दिया है, एक माल पास नाम का ही प्रेसिडेंट बना दिया है। सो दे हैव रिक्रूटेड समबडी एज माल पास of their president. So with this you will be memorizing that World Bank, we need money, we go there, we want free concessional rate interest rate money. So they have recruited माल पास कि भाई ये माल पास है, यही सब आपका माल है वो पास करेगा। Okay. And Washington DC, yesterday in our yesterday's video, I made the video related to how to memorize the headquarters of the World Organization. If you have not watched that video, you can watch that video. That will be helpful in memorizing the headquarters of uh, various international organizations. The next is World Trade Organization, WTO, and Director General is Roberto Azevedo, and its headquarters is in, those who would be knowing, watch the video because it is related to making the discipline in trade. So when anything related to the discipline, it comes in Geneva, Switzerland. So how would you remember the name of the head of Director General? So did you notice that in WTO there is TO, and in Roberto also there is TO, and Ejivodo it also ends with O. So here also WTO, when you pronounce it, O is always stressed, and similarly in Roberto Azevedo you will find that everywhere there is O, and Roberto itself ends with the TO, and Azevedo it's also end with O. So whenever we talk about WTO, the Director General also has excess O's in it, and its name also ends with Roberto or TO. Let's see next. Next is European Central Bank, and its president is Maria Draghi. Everybody would be knowing because he has been there for long, and the headquarters is in Frankfurt, Germany. Now, how you will remember the name of Mario Draghi? Those who know it, it's okay. They do not need any kind of trick to memorize it. But those who are hearing it first time, how they will? Mario, you would be knowing there was a game when we were kids. We used to play that game Mario, and many of us are still playing this game, and it is very interesting game. So you do you know that recently European Central Bank was in news because of its lowest interest rates, and sometimes back they reduced their interest rates below zero, negative interest rates. So when you have negative interest rate, then feel कि अब आपके जब when your bank has reduced interest rates below zero, whether you will be expecting that customer will be coming and depositing money? No. Why people will come? These are the memory trick. Don't feel that I am giving the explanation. These are the memory trick to just to make you remember these things. And they are not related to European Central Bank or depositors. So how you will have to remember it? Like when bank has reduced its interest rates below zero, they will not be expecting any customer because no customer will be depositing their money at negative interest rate. So what the bankers or the staff will be doing, they will be playing Mario. Even the branch manager himself will be playing Mario. So you can memorize the Mario with this, that when you don't have any kind of interest, customer will not be coming, and European Central Bank reduced its interest rates below zero. And next is its headquarters is Frankfurt, Germany. Next is Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve is the central bank of United States of America. Like we have Reserve Bank of India, they have Federal Reserve, and its chairman is Jerome H. Powell, and the headquarters is in Washington, D.C., USA. Acha, you must have heard that when various banks or financial institutions failed, they went to the Federal Reserve and they asked them to bail them out because they did not have money. Then every organization which was failing, they asked for money, and US government was forcing them to give money. Now the trick comes here is that when somebody comes, either we do everybody is dying and people are coming to you to give them money, government is forcing you to give them money, and then irritating with irritation you will say, either कौन सा कुआ खुदा है? Do we have well of money so that we will be flowing money outside? So well, so Powell, Powell, पानी का कुआ, money का कुआ, Powell. So in that way, you will be memorizing. You would be thinking that these memory tricks will not be helpful. How you would remember them? I'm sure if you will answer these questions, you will never be able to make any wrong answer. These memory tricks are very small, but they are very, very, very powerful. And next question, I'm damn sure if somebody will ask you who is the head of the Federal Reserve and if they will give you four options, you will never be able to answer it wrongly. The next question is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank and its president is Jin Liqun and headquarters is in Beijing, China. Now, how you will remember this? The president of Jin Liqun and headquarters is in Beijing, China. See, if you will see in Asia, if you talk about infrastructure, then the one thing that comes in our mind is China and the Beijing is famous for its infrastructure, its skyscrapers, and its top-notch infrastructure. So if we have talk about infrastructure, definitely it should be Beijing in Asia. And then Beijing and Jin, if you see, Jin also, Beijing, there is a Jin, Beijing. So Jin is already there in Beijing. So in that way, you can remember Jin Likan. Or other thing that you can remember that whenever we do any kind of infrastructure, you do know that it requires a lot of time. You have to spend a lot of time to complete the infrastructure work. So what we say, we feel many a time that we sure shall have a jinn जिसको हम थोड़ा सा लिकर पिला दें and he will do our work. जिन लिकन जिन को थोड़ा सा लिकर पिला दीजिए फिर वो रातों रात आपका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इतना अच्छे से डेवलप कर देगा that you will find that it has become very easy. So you have to give some liquor to the jinn to improve your infrastructure or to fasten your infrastructure speed. That way you can remember jinn likan. Next is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation SARC and Secretary General is Amjad Hussain B. Sial. And you should know that South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation is organization for India, Nepal, Pakistan, like the southern Asian countries. So you should know that name of the southern country shall be there. And S, shark S in Sial. And you'll find that there are so many S in Hussein. So Hussein B. Sial. And his name also starts with A. And there are so many A in Sark. So Sial is the first trick that you should know, that Sial and Sark. And M. Hussein Sial, he is from Pakistan actually. So Ahmad Hussein B. Sial is the head of SARC, Secretary General, and headquarters of SARC is in Kathmandu, Nepal. Next question is United Nations, and Secretary General is. So in this way, you have to make your memory trick. Maybe I would be giving you some memory trick which may not be useful to you. So I have told you some tricks which you can use to remember anything. And these tricks are extremely useful. And especially when you are appearing for objective kind of exam, these tricks are golden tricks. So let's move fast. United Nations Secretary General is Antonio Guterres. He is from Portugal and headquarters of United Nations is New York. Next question. International Monetary Fund IMF MD and chairman is Kristalina Georgieva. Earlier the head was MD and chairperson was Christina Lagarde, but recently Kristalina Georgieva, she took the charge from October 1st, 19. So as of current head is Kristalina Georgieva, and its headquarters is in Washington. Next question: New Development Bank, New Delhi, New Development Bank. Its head president is KV Kamath, who was earlier head of ICICI Bank, and now he is the president of New Development Bank. And the headquarters of New Development Bank is in Shanghai, China. And the next question is Asian Development Bank, and president is Takehiko Nakao. Takehiko Nakao. And headquarters of Asian Development Bank is in Manila, Philippines. And the next question is Association of South Asian East Asian Nations, ASEAN, and Secretary General is Dato Jock. Dato Jock, and the headquarters is Jakarta, Indonesia. And the next question.
Thanks for watching, friends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Your likes and comments boost our confidence to make more good videos. So please don't forget to like and comment. Thanks for watching.